to the Grastards. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying, girl? Oh, my name? Ha! Put it down. RN rating. Now you know say some shit.
Welcome to the Grastards. I'm Ariel.
I'm Andre.
And today we're going to talk about the Hunger Games prequel movie, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes? Snakes and Songbirds? Something like that?
I don't remember
Yeah.
the name. Hunger Games.
It'll be in the title. The real name will be in the title.
Exactly.
But, all right, let's jump in because we have different views on this. On this one. So you go first, man, because you go first. I know you're passionate about your distaste.
This is a prequel to the trilogy of the Hunger Games. This is how President Snow basically becomes President Snow, like a kind of Anakin Skywalker story.
If you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
They fall from being a good, nice guy.
I mean, it's basically Anakin Skywalker's
it's
rise.
Fall for a girl,
Yeah.
and the girl won't listen to you or acts all crazy because she wants to do something, and you want to like get back into power and all this stuff because he gets exiled. And I just thought this movie was terrible. I'm like, there's no way this movie was trash to me.
Hated it.
All right, I'm not gonna can't sugarcoat this. This girl sung like 10 songs in this. This seemed like a Disney special. I was like, didn't she do like the other movie where she sang all the time, the fucking remake movie?
Oh,
I don't know.
West Side Story.
West Side Story.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Gangs of New York, but no, that's a real movie. This one she sung like all the time and everything.
You know, if something I did not like all the damn singing in
Oh! Say something else! Say something else, nigga!
this movie that she did.
She was terrible in the Hunger Games. This guy hooked her up with ways to win, and she did nothing. Like she ran the whole time. She had rat poison stuff. She had everything. She tried to put it in some water, killed the wrong person.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Then dropped some rat dust from the little grate she was in, the air vent, and killed another person. That was it. Everybody else ran. The start of the Hunger Games was dope when they grabbed weapons because it was back in the day, so they have only like fucking pitchforks and knives and shit. So it was like, oh man, this is kids. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be brutal. Oh man. And then like none of that was ever even good. It was like maybe 30 seconds of action, and then it was chasing her around the stadium for like 2 days and everything. And I was like, this shit is dumb. The guy's turn, President Snow's turn was terrible. It was all slow. The pacing was all off.
The pacing was
You think he's going to turn, then he's still a good dude. Then you think he's going to turn, then he's still a good dude. And then, like, at the end, he, like, was supposed to want to kill her, but you don't know if he really killed her because she's, like, running away and he shoots a bullet, but he gets bit by a snake, so you don't know if he has hallucinated the whole thing. And then he comes back to the city, he's just, like, evil. I was like, this makes no fucking sense to me. This movie was terrible and everything. I'm just going to say that. To all you guys out there, cool, you might love it and everything. I'm jumping straight to my shit. This shit is a 4 out of 10 for my RN. I think this movie was terrible. I'll never watch it again. And sorry, I've been going off for a minute. But
No, it's fine.
This is the worst movie of the year. I would watch the Marvels twice before I watch this shit again.
See, for me, I'm if I'm gonna give my score right now, I'm gonna say 6.5 because I'm gonna put it on par with the Marvels.
Marvels is better.
I think I read the Hunger Games books. I didn't read the book that this movie's based off, but I did read the Hunger Games books. I think they build the world of the Hunger Games pretty good in this movie. So as a fan of the books, that kind of like why I'm not, I know you didn't read them.
No.
You're not vested into this. Like, I've got 3 books in.
Yeah.
So the world building was good. You get to see like how the Hunger Games were from the 10th Hunger Games to what was it, like the 70 something in the Hunger Games book?
Or some shit.
Yeah, no, it was like 74th because the next one was 75th.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get to see how the Hunger Games were different. How, in the futuristic Hunger Games they had all these things. They had the Jabberjays and all this stuff come in. The field was bigger. In this Hunger Games, it was like a gym. Those are basically the size of a gymnasium that had some tunnels and stuff that you can go in, but you didn't really have much places to go. Like
this shit should have ended in 25 minutes.
Oh yeah. These Hunger Games shouldn't be lasting days, in this little ass room.
Yeah.
All right, it's getting crowded in here.
I liked that part of it as a fan of Hunger Games, how they build the world. You can see kind of like how things started. It's always good to get like the prequel, like this is how it was back then compared to this is how it is now. I do agree where you said the turn, Snow's turn, just kind of happened quickly. Like he had like little things, he lived with his family. He wanted to do everything for his cousin and his aunt that he lived, or grandma, or whoever it was that he lived with. So you go from being this guy that wants to do everything for his family, but then you kind of like start doing messed up things. You turn your back on your boy for greed and power. I mean, it tracks to what he becomes. But I think the reason that the way that it got there.
Yeah, I understood him turning on his boy because he was trying not to get in trouble. Because like, you get in trouble, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, and his boy was acting. It's like, yeah, man, you're getting a little too much.
We didn't know they had guns and stuff. Like, what the fuck did you think a revolution was gonna involve and everything? So I just thought it was like, okay, this is just a bad movie. And then when they were in the end of the Hunger Games, when the snakes were going to kill everybody, and then she just starts singing for no reason, that was dumb as shit. A million snakes on this girl. I love the day.
So the actress Rachel Zegler, she said that character was more of a performer that needed to become a fighter, and that Katniss in the movie was a fighter that needed to become a performer.
She didn't become a fighter, get the money.
But that's what I'm saying.
She stayed a singer.
She didn't she used
her
that
accent was stupid as shit. Like that down south, like y'all want to go down to the thing in the middle. Like, it was terrible.
Yes,
man.
One thing also, and I know I said I liked it more, but this did kind of bother me, is they all the Hunger Games, like in the 74th Hunger Games, whatever, in the movies or in the books where we see them, they're treated like celebrities. They got the best food, they got everything going on. They're staying at luxury hotels. In the 10th Hunger Games, where this movie is based off of, they put them in the back of a dump truck and they like dump them in a zoo so people could see them behind bars, and that's just where they're living until the Hunger Games.
They don't feed them, they don't give nothing. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So they ain't showered and piss or shit. I don't know what's going on.
This movie kind of, and that's I kind of liked that this is where they introduced the mentors. And they kind of made the people in the Hunger Games celebrities, so you got to see how that started. So that, as far as like what I liked, that part, it goes back to the world building. Like this is how this happened. But the point I was trying to make is when they dump them into the zoo, like all of these people that are in the Hunger Games, this is the 10th Hunger Games, so it's still a fresh wound. I would think, getting pulled from your family, and even when she got picked, like. They just don't seem like they're like super scared.
Nah.
If that were to be real life and they're like, you just get your name chosen, it's like, hey man, I'd be freaking out. Like these people are just kind of like, oh well, I'm in the Hunger Games now. I'm gonna have to kill.
Walk up on stage.
Yeah, it's like,
nah, fuck that. I'm running. I'm running.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to drag my.
There was one girl that was like, out of the 24, that was like she wasn't having it. Yeah. They had to butt stroke her a couple times.
Yeah, that's what you got to do to get me up there. Fuck
and
that.
then she was the one that fought like for her life, basically in the Hunger Games.
She was the only like real fighter.
Yeah. So I wanted to see a little bit more of that, like just show like the weight of what the Hunger Games was. I don't feel like it showed it too much. And maybe it was on purpose because that was the 10th one, but I don't know. I feel like it should have been even more because that was like right when this is happening, and you guys are getting treated like complete garbage.
Creatures, you lesser than.
I
just a piece of bread, peanut butter and jelly. Like you have to split it with the other guy on your district. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, this movie was terrible.
I know you didn't like it, but I
wanted to leave. That shit, I was like, yo, man, I'm just over this. Yeah. And it was long as hell.
It was long.
Like, it didn't need to be that long. They need to cut out 30, 40 minutes and then be like, okay, not that bad. But when you're sitting there and it's like Act 3, nigga, come on. Yeah. Like, it was, nah.
There was a couple Easter eggs in there, like, the Katniss root, and that's how she got her name. And then she was in District 12.
Or the song of the hanging
tree song.
I told you, I was like, I recognize this shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, the main actress... or the main star of this movie is Lucy Gray. She's the one that wrote the song that's in all the Hunger Games movies, The Hanging Tree. that Katniss sings, and it comes on, and every time Snow is looking all mad, now you know why, because this girl kind of screwed him over.
She did.
So I still enjoyed it. I still liked how it brought up the whole Hunger Games, how it kind of pieced it all together. 6.5 is where I'm going. I know you hated it.
4.
So what did you guys think? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you think a 4 is too harsh? Do you think a 6.5 is too much? Let us know.
All right, yeah, in the comments.
Man, 4? You hated it, man.
This movie was terrible, man. I was like,
It was that
if I could sing to get out of the Hunger Games, nigga, nigga, I'd be on stage.